welcome to day 9 of how to crochet amigurumi. In this video, we'll be focusing on how to sew all your extra parts onto your plushie. When sewing parts onto your amigurumi, I like to use some extra needles to hold your part in place. Normally I like to use 2 different needles for something small like this to make sure that it truly stays in place. I like to use both set of V's when I am sewing my amigurumi. So I will not be using these needles just because it is kind of hard to show you. Going into the next set of V's, pull your yarn through that to create a more circular end. Going through one of your posts, pull your needle through. Going through the next set of V's on the piece you're trying to sew. Pull it nice and tight. Going through the next post, push your needle through, making sure everything is nice and tight. The next set of V's, pull through the next post, pull through. And you will do that all the way around until your piece is fully connected. Going back and forth onto the piece, to the plushie. When you have finished sewing on your entire piece, you will close up this piece the same way as we did the circle. Going through one of the posts, trying to stay as close to the brown as possible so this doesn't see through. Pull that through, leaving a little bit of a circle here. Pushing your needle through that circle and pulling tightly. Do that in the same spot. Leave a little circle. Push your needle through, pulling tightly. Wherever that tail lands, go ahead and push your needle through that stitch all the way through the bottom and pull through. Because this yarn is very different from the orange on the circle, I will not be going over the stitch, but we'll go through the same hole but in a different direction, going through the pumpkin and pulling. Do not pull too tight. We are just trying to knot up the yarn with the stuffing inside. Snip off a little tail, hook that yarn piece to your needle, pushing it inside. That is the way that I like to sew all of my parts onto my plushies. There are, of course, multiple ways to sew each individual piece. Back on Friday for the last episode of this series, and personally my favorite part.